Hello again, it's Debbie from acrylicpouring.com. In my last video I was swiping away and talking about colours, and I mentioned a rainbow of colours, and that made me think, I wonder if it's possible to swipe a rainbow. So what I figure I'm going to do is actually put my colours on in arcs up on this little ceramic tile that I've got here, and then swipe down from the top and see if I can still get kind of a rainbow of colour. So it's a complete experiment, who knows what will happen, but it's only a tile so it'll wipe off right. So I'm going to start at the bottom, so it's roar on ye grizzly bears in vain. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. So I've got a purple colour here, so you're watching this upside down, but for me I'm going to put the purple down at the bottom, and I'm going to put a larger layer of the purple because I'll have this as my bottom colour down here, because everything else I figure is going to swipe down actually over this anyway, and so I need to make sure that I'm not going to lose my purple off the bottom. And let me see if I can put this in a bit of a curve. Okay, so there's my violet, and I need an indigo, which is a dark blue. I've got an ultramarine blue here. Let me put that up around. What I don't want is to get to the top and find out I've put it on too thickly and I haven't got room for the white, but we'll see. It's all an experiment. I can always do it again if I don't like it. So there, then I need the blue. Green, nice bright green here. So I've always had the best success pretty much with swipes, so this will be hopefully good. Oh, I've gone a little bit off shape, never mind. Yellow. Got a yellow ochre rather than a bright yellow because I didn't have any of that mixed up, and I'm just kind of using leftover paints today. Trying to use up all these little tubs of things that I've had pre-mixed for a while. Okay, then some orange. I have very little orange, but it tends to dominate in my paintings anyway because it's a light colour, so I'm hoping I won't need very much and it will still show up. Okay, actually I've got enough. I can do a bit wider. There we go. And then red up at the top. And now I'll fill in with some white. I don't have to worry too much because it's only white at the top, so I can always use a brush and just fill out these little bits later on. Actually, I've got a bit in my pot here. Let's fill that in now, and there's no worrying. Okay, so let's swipe. Where's my swiping tool? So my tool, although it's 6 inches and the same as here, if I swipe I know that it never really quite gets the edges. So what I'm going to do is start here and swipe out, and then wipe the tool off and swipe the other way, and hopefully that will deal with the edges. So keep your fingers crossed, wish me luck. Oh, what have I dropped in there? Something already. And let's go with our first swipe. So it's certainly a rainbow of colours, but will it actually come out looking like the curve or the shape of a rainbow. I very much doubt it looking at it in these early stages, because as I suspected, my orange as usual has gone crazy and is taken over. The colours look good. I've got a little bit, it's a little bit thin on the sides there where I've over scraped. What can I do with that? Let's see. What shall I do? Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of extra white on here. And I'll use my mini scraper so I just scrape on down that edge without taking too much of the colour off. So I had this in the last swipe that I did, where areas of it go really, really strongly, and then other areas not so much just here. But again, look how crazy this orange is going. Well, it certainly doesn't look much like a rainbow, although there's certainly a rainbow of colours in there. And even though I only had the white up at the top, again, it's pretty, there's a lot of white just here. So I wonder if I could tip it. Let's give it a little tip and see if I can get these colours a little bit higher up on the tile so there's not so much white up at the top. I might stretch out those cells nicely too. Well, it doesn't look like a rainbow, but it does look nice. Colours look good, and it's certainly stretching a little bit up more towards the top of the tile. I may also just tip it a little bit now off to this side. I can zoom in a little bit, where I'd scrape the paint just a little bit too much and there's a little bit too much tile showing there. So seeing I'm not worried now about my rainbow effect, that's not happened. I just pour off to the side a little bit. What I do like is it's giving these cells a really interesting shape now I've moved them. That is nice. So I'm going to carry on now and see if I can get it to move slightly back in this direction. And I'm liking what I've got here. I've got an actual just a purple edge coming at the bottom where the white is now moving up, and I like that too. That looks really nice, looks really royal, regal. And these colours just here, very peacock, very, very nice. Isn't it funny? You have an idea in mind of what you might hope to achieve, and then in the end, you know, you end up with something that might be completely different, but equally as pleasing in a completely different way. Oh, didn't even have it in the picture. I apologise. I was looking at it too closely myself. So now I should be getting the design here, just dropping over the edge here and here and creating a nice design on the edge there. So let's drop that down and take a look. So it's looking good, very, very good. The sides look lovely too. The way it's all gone off over the sides, some really pretty areas, really pretty. Wow. Well, it's not a rainbow, but it's certainly glorious. So I'm just going to wash my brush, and then I'm going to just touch up around these edges here with a little bit of white paint. Actually, I've only got white, so I may as well just carry on with that. A little bit of white here, which I can touch up on the edge of these tiles. I like the way the design has gone off over the edge here and created a nice design on the edge of the tile. That's really nice. There's a slight line in the white there, which may be just a swipe line, which hopefully I can eliminate with a little bit of extra paint. Yeah, that looks good. That should be fine. And everything else, oh, there's a little spot there. Wow, that is really nice indeed. I'm surprised at how that didn't come out like I was expecting. Well, I kind of expected the orange to go crazy because it always does, but by moving it up the canvas a little bit more too, I've got this nice line of purple at the bottom, a nice definition to the cells. It's ended down the bottom here really nice. So let me take the camera down, I'll zoom in and show you some of these details. So there you have it from my point of view. Take you down and show some of these colours. Look at this colour over here. I love this. I really must try and do something in more of a peacock colour, because the blue and the green and the yellow and everything there, I really like that kind of combination. And down at the bottom, let's look at the details just here, where we've ended up with a purple edge down at the bottom and the edge to these cells where I tilted it up. That's just really lovely. I'm really liking this a lot. Maybe one of my favourites. So as usual, I'll let this dry and I'll come back and show you when it's finished. And here's the finished tile once it's all glossed and dried and looking really lovely. Definitely one of the most favourite projects I've done so far. Just the details, the way everything has dried, it's still absolutely stunning. Really, really like it. These colours, just breathtaking, and I especially like the way these cells have pulled up from the bottom here when I tilted it. So this is a definite keeper. I'm loving this one. As usual, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe to the channel. If you liked the video and you liked the idea of swiping a rainbow that turned into something quite different, then give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you over at acrylicpouring.com. Thanks for joining me.